Hey guys, it's Billy and welcome back to Sesh. Today we're doing a Monday mashup because honestly I had a Sunday special ready to go yesterday, but after Jeffree came out with his entire new video, I kind of had to scrap that because none of it really made any sense anymore. So anyways, we have a Monday mashup and we need to discuss all the crazy things that have been going on online since Jeffree has come out with his statement and all the other things that are going on behind the scenes in the internet world and the makeup world and all this stuff. We're going to be talking about Charli D'Amelio and Dixie D'Amelio working with Morphe to create a Morphe 2 makeup line. Also going to be talking about Klemens calling out Jeffree's star, Shane celebrating his birthday and who came forward to say something to him, as well as him adding content back on his channel. And we're also going to be talking about the reason why Jeffree is in a whole lot of trouble for a lot of this voice memo stuff that is going on right now. Let's get into it. So we have to start off by talking about Charli and Dixie because this is like a refresh from everything that's going on. Honestly, I know Morphe is involved in this, but it's definitely, not as dramatic as anything else that's going on. So let's talk about this first to kind of calm our minds a little bit. But we've got Charli and Dixie announcing that they are working together to create their first makeup line and they are going to be working with Morphe. Now, this isn't too surprising because they just worked with Maddie Ziegler and I feel as though Morphe is branching out and working with a lot of younger creators right now. And now this is finally them coming out and explaining kind of what they want to do with the younger generation. This is what I read in the Allure article where they talked about this entire situation. They said, now the sisters are announcing their latest venture, teaming up with Morphe to launch a new sub-brand called Morphe 2. Morphe 2 aims to redefine the way makeup is marketed to young people. The collection invites all individuals to celebrate their varying relationships with skincare, makeup, and beauty. I'm excited for Charli. I'm excited for Dixie that they are able to do this. I want to know how you guys feel about creators, not necessarily in the makeup world, coming out and getting the opportunity. It definitely seems like a younger crowd. I also can't help but think that Morphe letting Jeffree leave their company and their brand, as they pretty much said that they are looking for these new business ventures and to maybe rebrand a little bit to a generation that isn't so dramatic. It would definitely make sense. But anyways, let's move on. Let's get into some of this Jeffree drama because there's a lot and there's different sections that we got to go through. So we're first going to talk about Klemens, you guys. I personally love Klemens. If you guys follow him on Twitter, he is very, very, very on it in terms of what's going on in the world. He's always super informed and always tries to inform his followers on what's going on. He says it like it is. He's super straight up. I really appreciate the way that he doesn't hold back when he's talking about a lot of the issues that are going on right now. And he was, straight up calling out Jeffree's star for bringing up Breonna Taylor and everyone in his apology video that I don't really think was an apology video. But anyways, he just called him out and he was like, if you're going to bring up the issues that are going on right now and you're going to use this and try to act like you want to raise awareness and you want to help the cause, then why don't you put a link in your video?
And if I see another apology video for the same thing you've made 4 apology videos for, you haven't changed, you haven't developed, you haven't grown, you haven't reflected. If you have, where? If you have to do this much explaining that you're a good person, you're probably not a good person. It's like what Jeffree Star is gonna say, but Breonna Taylor, Elijah McClain, honey, throw a link in. Throw a link in. Throw a few links in. You wanna talk about all this?
I think personally, whether Jeffree did bring up the issues going on right now, either because he genuinely cared or because he just wanted to seem like he was a good person, either way, he could have made such a difference by just putting a link. Honestly, a lot of people are going to watch that video. A lot of people have watched his video. And whether Jeffree only said it because he wanted to look good or not, he could have done a real difference by putting a link in the description. And he didn't. And so a lot of people are just like, do you even really care? Like, this just seems like you brought it up to make yourself look better. And we're all seeing right on through it. And for Klemens to come out and call him out, it's a big move. I mean, a lot of people don't want to come out and like speak against Jeffree Star because they don't want to get into drama, or they don't want to be called out or attacked by his scams or whatever. But good on Chris, because I totally agree with everything that he said, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how people are, posting about all of this stuff or talking about all the things that are going on right now and actually not doing anything, or they're just doing it to make themselves look good. I mean, literally even Tana. Oh, don't even get me started. But on Twitter, Chris Klemens also called Jeffree Star out by saying, imagine coming back, posting a video using Breonna Taylor, not having justice as a talking point, and then making this one of your 2 tweets since the video was tweeted out. You went offline for weeks to, quote, reflect, but you might want to get new mirrors. And it's literally just like a photo of Jeffree just flaunting his money, which, by the way, has been absolutely insane that Jeffree has been back posting like normal, like nothing ever happened. Like, these are my Dior shoes. Life is great. Look at my expensive bags. Like, did you guys hear a little scandal? I didn't hear anything. It's ridiculous. I mean, also yesterday, let's just get right into the Shane stuff. Shane's birthday was yesterday, and the people that came out about him, not shocking. I mean, Jeffree posted his support to Shane, not surprising after his video. Rylan came out and said happy birthday. And then, you guys, Eugenia has come out. She said, happy birthday to my amazing friend and one of the kindest people I know at Shane Dawson. Love you so much, Shane. Someone replied and said, you're a true friend and you don't turn your back on someone when things get rough. She said, I would never do that. Shane is truly such a kind and amazing person, and I don't think anyone should turn based upon stuff said online. Actually knowing him, he is such a wonderful person, and I always believe that. I definitely think everything that happened with Shane was definitely more than just things that were said online. They were actual videos, actual actions that he had done. But, I'm just going to let this one be, because I don't think she is going to change her stance on Shane, regardless of anything that he's like joked about her in the past or said anything. That's pretty much just it. Honestly, do I think that Shane is filming all of this behind the scenes and that's going to be his one way to come back? I honestly do. And now he can rely on these 3 people to help him promote the series when it comes out. I also do want to mention that I've been getting a lot of DMs that Shane Dawson TV channel has slowly been kind of coming back. And I noticed that as soon as all of the stuff was starting to go down with him in such a massive way, he just took down every single video that he had. And now over the past couple of weeks, he's been filtering out, I guess, the ones that aren't bad and posting them back on Shane Dawson TV. So that seems to be what is going on for anyone that is wondering, oh my gosh, like there's still videos on there. I think from the ones that I've seen, they're all sort of like appropriate as can be. They all just seem to be like music videos that he did and is probably proud of. Now, you guys, we need to discuss why Jeffree Star is in some major trouble. And honestly, most of the stuff you guys already know. Jeffree Star has come out. He has been parading this voice memo of James Charles, someone he's claiming is a victim, and someone that Blair White has claimed is a victim of James Charles in some way. Even this year, he has been going on Mom's Basement saying, Faze, we can go into the next room and listen to this and you can tell me what you think about James Charles if you would tweet what I tweeted. And that was earlier this year. And then we have Blair White coming out saying that, she was talking bad about Jeffree and saying he never should have said any of the things about James Charles. And Jeffree was like, I'll play this voice memo for you, and then you can tell me if you like James Charles or not. And that was just a few months ago. So it's not like we need to paint this picture here that Jeffree said last year he was never doing this again, and that did he jump the gun on a situation that he didn't fully understand?
Did I jump the gun on a situation that I didn't fully understand?
That is what he said in his video, and we thought he was going to end it right there, stop saying the stuff about James Charles. We thought that was basically him saying, hey, I didn't fully know everything and I regret calling him out, because there's really nothing to call him out about. 1 year later, we're finding out, Jeffree is still and publicly going around showing people or having people listen or offering to listen to a voice memo. So let's just get right into the conversation about this whole voice memo situation that has gone down. At first, I did not want to speak about it on Twitter and I didn't want to talk about it in general, but there's a lot of stuff that has come out now and I feel as though I want to put some of the things to rest now that this channel that has made this video where they named the person in the voice memo has come out. and explain things a little bit. So I figure I want to just come here and tell you guys what's been going on. Originally, there was a video made where this person said that they got inside information as to whom was in the voice memos. Now, as they did name the person in their video, and just for privacy and reasons of whether or not this is true or not, I'm not going to be saying who or what. This is a sensitive subject. I don't want to be naming people, and there's a whole lot of stuff involved in this, but they basically named who was in the voice memos, and people automatically thought, wow, like, you're really just going to out someone who's dumb, like they haven't even ever said their side of the story. What if they want to remain anonymous? They want to remain private? And I gotta tell you guys, I have recorded this video like 3 times because, first of all, the first 2 times I was talking about how disgusted I was that this video was even made in general, and how dare you out a like this. Now I'm just going to try to explain to you guys now that a statement has been made in regards to more about this voice memo and why they said the name. And it was because they found out that it was fake in some way, and that's why they felt that it was okay to say the name, because, you know, if Jeffree was willing to apologize to James Charles, then it must not be bad, or, you know, it must all be a lie. So that was kind of what was said about the reasoning behind why they said the name, but I still just don't feel comfortable with saying the name. I will say though that not only is this on the channel for making this, because, you know, whether this person is a victim or not, the name just should not have been said. Like, it wasn't a good look, but this is really on Jeffree as well. This is a lot on Jeffree because Jeffree has been going around to a lot of influencers and a lot of people and sharing this voice memo, because Jeffree has been going around for basically the past year playing this voice memo for people. These people that he played it for have come out to this certain channel and said who was in the voice memo, and it's because of Jeffree playing it for them and his hatred for James Charles and wanting people to hate him so much that he has this voice memo and keeps playing it for people, that whoever was recorded, whatever they said was public, and now people know who was in the voice memo, or they feel like they know who was in the voice memo, and they feel like they know what happened. Honestly, unless the person in the voice memo ever came out about their side of the story, about whatever happened or whatever they said in the voice memo or anything, you know, I'm not going to say who it is, or I'm not going to call them a victim if they don't want to be called a victim, especially if, you know, what if they're not a victim, and, you know, that's the reason why they're not speaking out, because they don't want to be involved in drama or be involved in, you know, starting accusations about James Charles. If this voice memo is real, I'm sure there is actually a voice memo, but the context is a little blurry. Tati said that it wasn't anything that she would have brought to the authorities. It sounded like a recording of a conversation from what I heard, and not like a recorded text message voice memo. So for all we know, it could be taken out of context what was said in the conversation. This is getting really out of hand, and I know a lot of people have been like, well, you know, people are saying, well, Jeffree, where's the receipts? Where's the receipts? You guys want the receipts? I never wanted Jeffree to come out publicly and say, this is the voice memo. I never wanted him to do that. I think the point of calling Jeffree out and saying in talking about the receipts is, why are you not sharing it with authorities? If you and your goal is to protect a person that you're calling a victim of James Charles, from James Charles, why are you not bringing it to authorities? Why are you instead recruiting other influencers and other YouTubers to do the protecting? This is so weird. Ridiculous. I don't know what to think. I wanted you guys to know that I have been seeing, because I've been getting a flood of messages about this clip from this video that has been deleted, and yeah, I need you guys to know that I'm disgusted. I never needed to know that information. That is private information. Unless that person ever wanted to come out themselves and say, hey, this happened to me, that's not my business to share around. Even if the voice memo is fake, you guys, like, I'm still disgusted. We all know what that voice memo is associated with. At least, like, this person that made the video should have been a little bit clear. Probably just not say the name at all, because we all have associated this voice memo with something bad. So if you're going to say a name and you say voice memo and that they are in the voice memo, people are going to think bad things happen to them, like, at the end of the day. And we're not trying to spread false information here. So you guys, I don't know if this voice memo is actually of substance or what, or I don't even know if the person that they're saying is in this voice memo, because there's just no one has come out and said that was me. So I'm not going to believe, you know, a bunch of stories from people's DMs. It's frustrating. So I just needed to talk about that with you guys, to let you guys know that I'm aware of the situation and that I don't approve of what has happened. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about everything we talked about today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and a great week. I love you guys so much. I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.